have been wonderful. If she'd been on the Twitter or elusively cold, if she'd only been bitter or better, not possibly old, if she'd been covered with glitter or even been covered with mould, it would have been wonderful. But the woman was perfection to my deepest dismay. Well, not quite perfection, I'm sorry to say. If the woman were perfection, she would go away, and that would be wonderful. Sir, if she only looked flustered or admitted the worst, if she only had blustered or simpered or cursed, if she weren't so awfully perfect, it would have been wonderful. If she tried to be clever, if she started to flinch, if she cried or whatever a woman would do in a pinch, if I'd be certain she never again could be trusted an inch, it would have been wonderful. But the woman was perfection, not an action denied, the kind of perfection I cannot abide. If the woman was perfection, she had simply lied, which would have been wonderful. If she'd only been vicious, if she'd acted abused, or a bit too delicious, or even be slightly confused, if she'd only been sulky, or brisk, or bulky, or bruised, it would have been wonderful. If she'd only been willful, if she only had fled, or a little less skillful, insulting, insisting, in bed, if she'd been only so fearful, or married, or tearful, or dead, it would have been wonderful. But the woman was perfection, and the prospects are grim. That lovely perfection that nothing can dim. Yes, the woman was perfection, so I'm here with him. Sir, it would have been wonderful.